Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a privilege and an honor to be back in Istanbul. My name is Byun. I serve as the Global Government Relations Officer for OKX. And it's really my honor to kick off this fabulous Fintech Summit with you. I first want to thank you, express my gratitude for the sponsors and organization that put up this wonderful FinTech week, and such a beautiful venue as well. With the 15 minutes or less to kick off this welcoming, I thought about what I could share that could be helpful and maybe an inspiration, hopefully, to you. I thank you for your time for coming out, but really I want you to get the most out of today's session as well as tomorrow. My background, I think, is actually very unique. I started off as a bank regulator for the Federal Reserve Bank and the FDIC in the US. And I was a regulator for about 16 years, examining banks, walking into a bank and evaluating the safety and soundness of a bank. And as you know, in the past couple weeks, unfortunately, we had 3 banks that failed in the US very suddenly. And so these are very interesting times. But not only for the US, I think also globally, there's many things happening, and which you obviously know more of. But it's very interesting times for FinTech, for crypto, for OKX as a centralized exchange. Back in November, the crypto world actually changed 100% with a leading firm that went under and filed for bankruptcy. I've been with OKX now for almost 7 years, believe it or not, and I could not have imagined how the crypto industry has grown and I think matured a little, but in the 7 years, fortunately, OKX has continued to grow, and it's primarily because we put the customer first. With the next session coming up on FTX and the debacle of FTX, I think it's very important to know what crypto service providers you're using. As I mentioned, OKX is a centralized exchange. Customers are entrusting their tokens to be held, safe kept, one for one. And so OKX has come out with our proof of reserve. I believe it's our 4th or 3rd consecutive month of proving that we have the customers' reserves, customers' tokens, ready to be withdrawn by the customer if they wish. Any given day, any given second. And so we are not a crypto bank. There's many firms out there that have different business models. I think it's worth evaluating each business model. I'm not here to say that one crypto business is better than the other or more worthy than the other, but I think it's worthwhile to really understand who your crypto service provider are. As well as if you don't want a service provider, the whole notion of Bitcoin and crypto is that you can take 100% of that responsibility and empowerment. And so please test that as well. My last comment is in the spirit of really welcoming all the entrepreneurs and all the leaders of FinTech that I see. You know, we live in very interesting times. I think there's a lot of news about interest rates, reserve status of the dollar, countries with wars and conflicts, geopolitical news, and so we're all in this together. And so I ask that you put your critical mindset on, you evaluate and test everything. I think that's what leaders can do. I think we have brilliant minds, great entrepreneurs out here, and so I hope you use today, tomorrow, to do some self-reflecting and to really think about how you can help the globe move on, because I think it's going to be very fascinating times. So with that, thank you for allowing me to open it up, and let's start the FinTech Week. Thank you.